My name is Eleanor and I am 60 years old. For most of my life, I believed I had already experienced all the significant moments life had to offer. After raising my children and retiring from my teaching career, my days had settled into a comfortable, predictable rhythm. I spent my mornings tending to my garden, afternoons reading by the fireplace, and evenings watching the sunset from my porch. It was peaceful, and I told myself that this quiet life was all I needed. But life, as it often does, had a surprise in store for me, one that began with something so simple I almost missed it. It was early spring when I first noticed him. A young man had moved into the house across the street, a quaint, sunlit home that had been empty for months. He seemed different from the usual neighbors who came and went quickly. He was thoughtful in his movements and seemed genuinely interested in the community. I would catch glimpses of him walking his dog, tending to the lawn, or watering plants along the sidewalk. One afternoon, as I was pruning my rose bushes, I noticed he was struggling with a heavy box at his front door. Without thinking, I called out to him, offering a hand. His face lit up with gratitude, and together we carried the box inside his home. His name was Michael. He told me he had left the bustling city behind to care for his aging grandmother who lived alone, much like I did. That day marked the beginning of a gentle friendship that slowly blossomed over weeks and months. Michael wasn't just a neighbor. He became a companion. We shared stories over cups of herbal tea, discussed books, and found solace in each other's company. His presence brought a warmth to my days that I hadn't realized I was missing. I found myself looking forward to our afternoon chats, the way his laughter would fill the air, and the way he noticed the little things, the way the garden was blooming or how I'd rearranged the furniture. As the seasons changed, so did I. I began to rediscover passions I had long forgotten. I picked up painting again, inspired by the vibrant colors of spring. I started walking farther, exploring parts of the neighborhood I had neglected. The simple act of opening my door to a neighbor had opened my heart to the world once more. One evening, Michael invited me to a community gathering at the local park. I hesitated, social situations weren't my strong suit anymore. But with a gentle encouragement I agreed. That night, surrounded by music, laughter, and new faces, I realized how much life still had to offer. I understood then that age was not a barrier to growth, connection, or happiness. It was merely a number, a measure of time lived, not time lost. Michael's friendship reminded me that every day holds the potential for new beginnings, and that sometimes it takes a stranger's kindness to help us find our way back to ourselves. As I sit here today, watching the sun dip below the horizon, I am grateful. Grateful for that heavy box, the chance encounter, and the simple knock on my door that changed everything.